Okay, obviously money isn't human. Obviously money doesn't have emotions. But my next guest would argue that it is possible for money to love you. Money to love you. Julia Carlson is the founder of Financial Freedom Wealth. She is the author of a book called Money Loves You. And she joins us now from Newport, Oregon to talk about what the holy heck she means. Julia, hello.
Hello, thank you for having me.
What do you mean money loves you? How is that even possible?
Well, I think it is totally possible. And yes, we know that money is not a person, but I think the concept of money loves you is this powerful personification that we can put a spin on money, that we can embrace, that we are in charge of how money is in our life.
What I love about the title is, first of all, it's unusual, but second of all, it acknowledges that we really are in a relationship with money. And if
Yes.
we think about any other relationships in our lives, they can be filled with love, they can be filled with animosity, there can be passive aggression, there's all these sorts of things. Uh, Tell us about your approach in engaging readers to really consider the question of what is the status of the relationship today and how could they improve the quality of it tomorrow.
Yes, absolutely. And that's what this title is supposed to trigger in someone is, oh, wait a minute, what is my relationship with money like? And I think that's the question I want people to answer. You know, spending 25 years as a financial advisor, I've seen people have a great relationship with money and then not so much. And
Hmm.
so I think it's having this willingness to understand, oh, what are my money beliefs? What do I feel and think about money? Is money against me or is it for me? And so I think that having a willingness to ask those questions and start kind of digging down into what's going on with your money journey, if it's not what you want it to be, can hold the keys to transforming that relationship with money and growing wealth.
As you work through the chapters, you go through a whole bunch of I don't know, questions or topics like trusting yourself and revealing your money identity. One chapter is on shattering the conventional rules. What are some examples of rules that you believe we should take a sledgehammer to?
Oh, that's really good. Well, I think financial gurus out there love to tell us exactly what to do with money. Follow these steps, like good on a budget, all of this thing. And I kind of throw all of that out the window because practical strategies, yes, make sense, but why aren't we doing them if we know that that's what we should be doing?
Hmm.
So it's more of leading with digging down into that money story before you actually follow these exact steps. And then understanding what you value, what's important to you and your financial future. Then it's kind of like a choose your own adventure of what financial priority makes sense for you to start with. And so I think shattering those conventional rules, there's not a right or wrong way. Often the answer is in the gray, the answer is in the middle. But so many times people get stuck, I'm doing this wrong, or I'm going to make a wrong choice, or I have made a wrong choice, and I have guilt and fear that I'm going to do it wrong in the future. So it's kind of like, get rid of all of that,
Yeah.
extend forgiveness, grace to yourself, and just begin. Start taking those little steps forward in that trusting and knowing what's right for you.
Welcome to the anti-budget is one of your topics. What is an anti-budget?
Exactly that. I want people to feel empowered with their money. When I say the word budget, like it screams restriction and lack and scarcity and what I can't do. And so the anti-budget is like freedom. It is understanding your values, how you want to spend money. It could be, yes, getting that bougie latte at your favorite coffee shop. But in all seriousness, it's just a different way to look at your money with excitement, with energy, with
Hmm.
yes, we're going to track our money, but we're going to do it in a spirit of this is fun and empowering, and I'm going to make progress with my money.
Fun? Who do you think you're talking to? That is completely unacceptable. That is not welcome here on the show. I'm kidding. Of course, we're values aligned on that. You also write about something called the financial seasons. Am I correct that is not winter, spring, summer, and fall?
Yes, but we get that, right? We get the seasons, and we actually enjoy going through different seasons in the year, most of us. And so I'm talking about in that chapter a different way to think about your finances. So we all have competing priorities. You know, we want to go on vacation, but we also want a strong financial future and retire. And so how can you make room for all of those financial goals in your life? And the idea is that every 90 days, every season, we have 4 a year, you get to go into a new financial season and make priorities based on what you want and really focus. You know, a lot of people want all the things. And I say, you can have all the things, just not all at once. So let's focus on 90 days. Let's make progress. Then you can come up for air and think about your next season.
Love is given and love is received. We can't just sit back and wait for the love to show up. We have to do some things. If there was one thing that we needed to do to demonstrate our love for money such that it is a higher likelihood of loving us back, what would that one thing be?
Ooh, have some intention and care with it. Spend some quality time with it. Go on a date with your money. So just start. And I think there's no right way to start. It's just starting to understand your relationship with money, what holds you back. Dig into that. So intention.
What would you say are the pitfalls for people who are like interested in and jazzed about this new approach that you're suggesting? Where do they go a little bit off course? And I ask because I think some people would hear this and think it's mostly the warm, soft, huggy bits. I was relieved to hear you reference that we're still allowed to track our money, but they might get a little too warm, huggy about it, into a romance of it, which isn't, as someone who's been married a long time, love is not the romance of it sometimes. It's work. Love is work sometimes.
It is work. And I'm going to say this is work too. I've been married 28 years and there's been lots of ups and downs, and the same will be with your money journey. And so the idea is not to give up, keep going. And in the back half of my book, I actually talk about the practical strategies, what you need to do to build an awesome, big financial future. But it's often, I just want to be careful because over 25 years as an advisor, the practical people don't always do that. And so that's why I want to put so much emphasis on understanding your relationship with money. Because once you have it figured out, it's like, 28 years in a marriage, I'm sure you have that experience too. You understand each other, you get it, you can flow, and it becomes easy, but not because of a lack of effort. It becomes easy because you know each other intimately, and you can have new fun with it and set new goals. And so I think it is an ever intentional journey. And it does become easier as you go and master the money steps and the money principles.
You, close to the end of your book, you write about, here is what is now possible. Tell us a bit about that. What is now possible when money loves you?
Well, I think once you have mastery over this relationship with money, anything's possible. And we all have to decide that for each of us, right? I think the number one question we get asked is, how much money do I need to be financially independent or to retire? Well, I don't know. It's really based on what you want. And so that's what's possible is for you, no matter what your history has been with money, no matter the mistakes you've made, you can choose exactly the financial future you want. And it is about just going through these financial seasons, tracking, getting better, and setting out that intention. So anything's possible.
Does your method include love letters? Do you write love letters to money? Is that part of
Oh,
it? Did I
it's
just invent something for you? Did I just add something for your next book?
that could be like 2.0. I like that.
Really love it. Julia, thank you for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Julia Carlson is a financial advisor. She's founder of Freedom Financial, and she is the author of the book, Money Loves You.